Tales from the jails. I'm going to talk today about indefinite periods of imprisonment. People were sentenced to these. It was introduced by David Blunkett when he was the Home Secretary back in 2002, I think it was. Anyway, they're talking about reviewing this. As a big article in today's Guardian concerning this, in which they're saying that David Blunkett is now admitting that he got it wrong. It wasn't the only thing that David Blunkett got wrong, if my memory serves me well. Wasn't he the Chancellor of the Exchequer who sold off about a ton of our gold for something like $380 million, yeah, when gold was at its lowest ebb? He got it wrong, but the people who bought it, they got it right. I wonder who they were. There's a question. Yeah, so David Blunkett's saying he got it wrong because there are people who have been in the prison system. One guy was sentenced to 28 days for stealing a bicycle and eventually ended up doing 10 years for stealing a bicycle, yeah, because of the indefinite period of imprisonment. Saying it's to protect society from people who are particularly dangerous. I mean, bicycle thieves are particularly dangerous? I wonder about that. Yeah, but it's a real strain. They're saying that the Guardian is saying that this is a real strain on the justice system. Well, it will be, won't it? Because the prisons are full, absolutely bursting at the seams. The notification going down to the judges now to, if possible, do not sentence inmates to imprisonment. So somebody attacks you in the street and goes up to court, what they're going to get? Fined £50 and bound over to keep the peace. That'll do the trick, won't it? Eh? You go at 32 miles an hour in your vehicle in a 30 mile an hour zone. Are there any 30 mile an hour zones left? Well, there won't be long, will there? There'll be 20 anyway. So you do 2 miles an hour over the speed limit. You get fined something like £60, 3 points on your licence, and you've got to pay victims fee. Now, who's the victim in this case? There is no victim, is there? You're the victim, so you should pay yourself. So let's do a deal here, courts. I won't take any money off you, and you won't take any money off me, so you can go and piss off. How about that, eh? I went to court, for a speeding offence. They alleged I was speeding. I said I wasn't. I said, where's your proof? They didn't have any proof. Not produced, no proof. You know what they said to me? Oh, we've sent you a link. You can check it out online. I said, not for me. Not my duty to check out evidence. It's your duty to produce the evidence to the court. Here we are in court, because I went to court. Here we are in court, and what have you produced? Nothing. You can't stand up. You're the prosecuting counsel. You can't stand up and read out evidence because that is hearsay. So where's your evidence? Well, we produce it. No. I already explained. And they said, well, what defence have you got to the fact that you were caught on camera speeding? I said, for a start off, you've not produced any evidence that I was speeding. I said, if you want to know what my evidence is, I'll tell you straight. I did not speed, and my defence is that I am an Englishman, and my word is my bond. So it was the Gilbert and Sullivan defence. For he is an Englishman, yes, he is an Englishman. The magistrates were obviously looking at me as if I was mad. I obviously was mad. I was mad, actually. I was angry that this has come about. I mean, I just do not speed. I really, really don't. So anyway, it's all nonsense. It's behind me now. I lost in the end. Well, you'd expect it, wouldn't you? But give them a go. Give them a runabout. If everybody did that, the whole system would collapse, wouldn't it? Yeah, so they're saying that these IPP sentences are going to be halved because they're saying up to 10 years from release you can be called back to prison. That's how they got Gary Glitter back in, didn't they? Because he was released on licence, and they called him back in because he was searching the dark web, trying to look for little schoolgirls. I mean, he's obviously a pervert, and the problem is, and listen, I know I've worked with him, and reported them, by the way. I didn't just sit back and say, oh, well, it's only Jimmy Savile, isn't it? No, I actually took action and reported. It was PJ Proby, actually, reported him to the social services, and it stopped him in his tracks, but they didn't prosecute him, did they? Anyway, so that's it. They're going to scrap the IPP sentences, going to do away with them, just let the people out into the streets. They haven't got enough room in the prisons as it is. What they're going to be doing next, I tell you what they're going to be doing next, and I predicted this 6 months ago. They're going to be introducing more and more prison hulks. That's ships that are kitted out with 500 or 600 cells, and they're going to put the prisoners in there. Yeah, a bit like that one at Portland. Yeah, Bibby Stockton, I believe it's called. Yeah, so that's what's going to happen. And the whole world's going to hell in a basket. Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. I hope you've been buying my book, folk. Yeah, it's doing well now on... God, there's my hair's falling out, yeah. It's doing well on Audible. I'm going to sing to you now. You've asked for this. You deserve it. Larry, you deserve this, don't you, lad? Yeah. Paula and Catherine, yeah, and I'm going to be getting on writing my third book soon. I've just been extremely busy. So I'm going to sing to you now. This is a Hank Williams song. It's You're Cheating Hard. Your cheating hard will make you weep. You cry and cry and try to sleep. Larry's crying already, having heard that. But sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you. When tears come down like falling rain, you'll toss around and call my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. I think that's enough, don't you? You've suffered enough. Have you suffered enough? I think so. Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton.